If you think the age of consent in the United States should be lowered to 14, you are a weirdo. We in this bitch again. Right. Testing, a bad bitch is speaking. Testing, a bad bitch is speaking. Anyways, let's do this. Good afternoon, vlog. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Keni, and welcome to my POV on life, Kozy Korner edition. You know, okay, can I get my words out? It's been a minute since we last spoke, you guys. That's because I've literally been just, flying off the handle, running amok as a single woman in her 20s does. But I've just been gathering a lot of things over the past few weeks that maybe I want to talk about today. I have an inflamed taste bud on the tip of my tongue and a new one on the side of my tongue that has literally been wearing me out for days now. So I apologize if I sound a little bit... I can't take this anymore. Anyways, let's get into it. If you think the age of consent in the United States should be lowered to 14, you are a weirdo. Certified. I think that's been one of the biggest topics that I've seen come across the internet. Please riddle me this. What is the infatuation with young children? I literally cannot wrap my mind around this, because what is it about children that is so appealing to adults in the wrong way? Like, this topic is real, and it's literally people out there that are like, no, the age of consent should be lowered to this and that. Why? So you can get married to a 14-year-old and live out your weird fantasies? Ew. Ugh. It just disgusts me. It's crazy how predatory it really is out here. Like, not that I didn't know before, but what's going on? And then, not to mention, these people are being exposed and they're fighting for this, but they're doing this like with pictures and like personal information and all on the internet. It's not even behind like a fake profile or just a random profile pic. Like, they're being bold, loud, and proud, saying it with their chest. We should be able to marry children. Oh my gosh. Unwell. You people are fucking unwell. That's what you are. It's a bunch of horse shit, and you should be ashamed. Let's be honest. Oh yeah, I did start reading the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, and I just have to say, major T. I'm still working my way through the Constitution because it is longer than the Declaration of Independence, but I ain't gonna lie, we got a modern day King George III on our hands. Like, everything I'm reading, and maybe it's just because it's been years since I've been in a U.S. history class, but everything I'm reading about why the Americas at the time wanted to separate from Great Britain is quite literally everything that Orange Cheeto is doing right now. Like, we're talking about a straight up tyrant, and it is insane. I've learned so much. I've read so much. First of all, I'm really big on education. I've always been someone that likes to learn. I've always been someone that likes to challenge myself to do new things, try new things, unless I just really don't want to do it. But you can't say no if you didn't try. And I feel like as a woman in the United States, it is so very, very, very important for me to continue to self-educate and just keep myself up to date on things that are going on, not only in this country, but in the world. Like, there is so much evil happening right now. I can't even believe it. Let me grab my copy that I received earlier this year. Hold on. Here is my copy. Let me get closer. I don't know if you can see. Here is my copy right here. As you can see, I have my little bookmark and post-it note in it. But earlier this year, I got this copy and I never did anything with it. And before I get into what I'm going to say, I do want to say that you need to have your own. Always keep it in your to-go bag, in your purse, in your backpack, whatever you have. That way, if something goes out. Look, I got my own copy right here. Okay? But yeah, I got this one from Hillsdale College. I'm not sure if they're still giving them away for free, but if you can manage to get a free copy from them, I would go ahead and do it, or just find another way to, and just educate yourself. Read up on what's going on in the Constitution and how it applies to what's happening in the United States right now, because it's getting very scary. It's getting very, very, it's not getting, it is scary. Let's just be honest with ourselves. It is really scary out here. I don't know. Be informed, do what you need to do, and start reading more. Okay? That's essentially what I'm trying to get at. Another thing I want to talk about. Love Island. I made a short video about this the other day. And I was just basically saying, like, what happened to the days where we could just watch a show, let it end, maybe follow some of the people on social media to see what projects they're in next, casual things that one does when they watch a show. The amount of think pieces and overanalyzation of these people's lives that I have seen is like crazy. First of all, I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm not wasting my breath or any energy on that. And this is why Amaya did this. And this is why Ace is like this. Shelly and Olandria, blah, blah, blah. God, I just could not imagine. I'm so sorry. I could not imagine making video after video after video after video after video of this shit. What else y'all got going on in your lives? For real. And as soon as you start having those conversations about people needing to go touch grass and stop doing this and that, then they want to get defensive. No. Let's talk about the fact that you have made think piece after think piece about people that you have literally only seen on TV and put them on the internet. Like, that's crazy to me. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy to me. They're trying to diagnose people with personality disorders and all types of stuff. And I'm like, wait, whoa. We've lost the plot, been lost. The plot is gone. It's somewhere outside. I just don't understand how people can get so heavily involved with that stuff. Like, it's never that serious, boo. It's never that serious. And I'm a little concerned. I'm concerned for a lot of you who are just like literally going to war and are in these parasocial relationships that you just absolutely taken to the next level just because you feel like you can. The reality is, a lot of y'all think that speaking on people and discussing drama 24/7 is gonna jump off that page. It's not. It's the constant yapping, the constant I think this, and the constant faces over green screens. And this is why so-and-so is a class A narcissist. All right, well, they might be, but why the hell do you give a shit about it? People piecing together likes on pictures from years ago, or threads of certain conversations that happened years ago, and then they go back and find something from 2024 and then something from 2025. Who cares? Who gives a damn? Let that person make a damn fool out of themselves. Who gives a rat's ass? I mean, I don't know. I just couldn't imagine being that entirely consumed with anything other than what is supposed to be happening for me right now. I'm not with it. And then what a lot of you are failing to miss, I think Love Island is a perfect example, but what a lot of you are failing to miss is that consistently yapping your asses off about drama and pop culture and just people in general, it's not going to get you the audience that you want. And this is coming from somebody who creates, somebody whose background and lore is in the literal art of creation. I'm not about to waste my page, my time, and my energy talking about somebody else when this is my shit. This is not Love Island. This is not about Ace. It's not about Huda. It's not about Shelly, Alandra, Jalen, Charlie, Hannah. It ain't about them. But I think what a lot of you are missing is that you cannot build the audience that you want off of the backs of other people that you are talking about. Clap if you care. Another thing on top of another thing. This stuff isn't even stopping at TikTok. It is literally from platform to platform to platform. You can't even escape it. I'm at the point where I'm about to start blocking people who talk about it. I'm about to start blocking keywords, anything that has to do with the show, anybody that has to do with the show. Nah, I don't want nothing to do with it, because we need to have a real conversation about how stan culture is ruining everything. You niggas just get online and talk about anything without any prior research or whatever. You just see something and you get online, you talk about it, and you go. What happened to thinking before we speak? As somebody who graduated with a degree in communications and an emphasis in journalism and mass communications, I am like floored, because if I don't know enough information about something, I'm not going to get online and talk about it. Matter of fact, I'm not going to talk about it at all. I feel like if I'm not informed and I'm not well equipped to speak on a subject, then guess what? I'm about to... You see that? Zip them shut. And people are just so ready to tell me I'm lying. You could literally put something online and be like, oh, today's an excellent day. Make sure you get outside and walk. The sun is shining. And somebody will come online and be like, well, I can't do this because it's cloudy where I live all the time. Okay, girl. So I don't know. Find something else to do to make yourself happy. The internet is forever, and anything can be tracked down. And I think that's what a lot of people on the internet and participating in internet beefs and conversations fail to realize. Like, it's people out there crazy enough to track you down Okay. Right. Anyways, it's people crazy enough in this world to see you leave a comment on someone's post, figure out your IP address, figure out all the details about you based off of a couple keywords, and try to dox you or try to stalk you or things like that. That's where y'all got to learn to shut them traps down. It's rough out here. Anyways, a lot has been happening in life lately. I am tired. But all I'm really concerned about is making money, making myself look sexy, and eating. One thing I'm going to do is eat. But I just want to be happy. I honestly think I'm getting to the point now where I'm like not wanting a lot of noise in my life. But, I just enjoy my time and my peace with myself. It has allowed me to think a lot clearer for me, per se. My next journey, I'm really focusing on hearing God and understanding my relationship with Him, because that's become very, 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 very important. I've done a lot of venting to God. I know God is like, the line is closed. Stop calling me. God never sleeps a day in the business. Don't you ever forget that. I've just been enjoying being quiet. Really, I'm trying to plan my next escape. Where are we going? Your girl is always working behind the scenes. I'm somebody who loves to keep their head down and let the work speak for themselves. Because one thing we're going to do over here is keep going. Don't forget to have those real conversations with yourself, even when things aren't, all shiny and beautiful and clear skies outside, because every day is not like that realistically. I just feel like I've gotten to know myself so much better. In turn, that is making me open and ready for things like potential love, thinking about my future, I don't know, travel. Like, it's making me very optimistic about my next phases in life, because one thing I've always been is sure of myself, and I don't like to be involved in other parts of life if I'm not sure of myself. And I feel like with each growing year, that becomes stronger and stronger and stronger for me. I feel like I can pivot a lot better than I used to. I feel like I'm a lot smarter. I feel like I am a lot more at peace. I didn't do a whole bunch of talking before, but now I'm just, you peep stuff, you have a conversation with yourself, and you're like, all right, let's keep going. It ain't worth the energy. It ain't worth the time. But even though there's a lot of stuff going on right now, I can say that I am happy. I am comfortable with me, and I am excited for things to come, even the challenges, because A, I know that God will always be on my side to help me fight my battles, and B, what's T? I can do anything through Christ that strengthens me. And on that note, that's where I'm going to drop the mic. Not this one, though, because it was really expensive. So if you tuned in for Kozy Korner this week, I appreciate you so much. This is really just a time for me to yap, say what's on my mind, and get it out the way. But you know, we yap, we ball, we're girls. We have a good time. All right, y'all, that is going to be it for today's episode of Kozy Korner. Many, many more to come, but please be patient with me in the meantime. Appreciate ya. Bye, y'all. Oh, that was long. I'm going to be mad when I got to edit that too. Dang.